before you start weight loss journey, 100 pounds, 200 pounds, 300 pounds or more to lose, before you start your journey, understand one thing. If you lose weight and you do not understand your eating habits, you do not understand your triggers, you do not understand things you need to really control, plan out, all those sort of things, right? If you don't understand it before you start your weight loss, you will gain your weight back. You will gain weight back. You might even gain more than you lost. It's very important you understand that before you begin your weight loss journey, okay? If you do not understand those things, you will gain weight back, you know? And even if you understand it, you can still gain the weight back, you know? But if you at least understand it, you have a higher chance of keeping the weight off. You know, if I knew before I started with my weight loss journey that chocolate, you know, sugary chocolate is like something that I'm a fiend for. Like I knew that I love it and shit, but I didn't know if I bought a large amount of it, I would go through it as fast as possible. I didn't know that sort of stuff, you know. So like this year, I gained a lot of weight back because I had to learn that lesson, you know. Weight loss is weight loss. Weight gain is weight gain. Weight maintenance is weight maintenance. They're three different stages, you know. But the overall game is to lose weight, keep it off, right? Beat obesity, defeat obesity. Obesity is a disease, you know. It's not really fleshed out. There's not a lot of science on it. We just look at it like this person is bigger than they should be, or much bigger than they should be. They're big. They should probably eat less. They should probably exercise more, which is true actually. But there's a reason why they're eating more. And the reason why they're eating more is probably causing them to eat less, move less, you know? Like I've always noticed that when I begin to lose weight and I start feeling better, I naturally want to move more. I want to go to the gym. I want to go for a walk. I want to go for a jog. I want to go here, go there. I want to move, you know? But when I eat so much, it weighs me down. It weighs me down mentally. It makes me lazy. It makes me not want to do a lot. It makes me dormant. And it causes the weight gain to even accelerate because my metabolism slows down too, you know? So it's very important to understand those triggers, you know, before you begin weight loss. If you really want to be successful in your weight loss journey. Chocolate. I keep talking about chocolate, you know. Salt, sugar, fat, additives, you know. There's a reason I stopped buying pre-mixed seasoning, you know, because there's a lot of additives in it. And even if there's no additives in it, there could be enough salt in there that if I overuse it, it's like I oversalted my food and then it causes me to eat more of that food, you know? So just paying attention to all these things, learning all these things, it's still a matter of time before you can overcome it. I don't want to say no one loses weight and keeps it off on their first try. I don't want to say that. First of all, keep in mind, I'm talking about 100 pounds or more, really like 200 pounds or more, 150 pounds or more. I'm really talking about, I'm talking about, you know, body fat over, let's say 40%, you know. I'm talking about BMI of 45 plus, you know. There's more to it, and there's more that you have to understand. But that does not mean you should not attempt weight loss until you understand it fully. It just means you have to accept that you're going to gain weight back. You have to accept people are going to say things to you that make you feel a certain type of way. But it's because no one really understands it. No one really understands it. How many people are coming from where you're coming from and have done it successfully, you know? I'm sure if I got into a room with a lot of people with 450 pounds, like where I started from, we'd have a lot to talk about, and we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot in common, right? But me being 450 pounds when I started, 475, whatever, and coming into a room with a bunch of people that's like 200 pounds and they want to lose 30 pounds, it's a different conversation. We're not fighting the same demons, you know? It doesn't mean that we don't have similarities. It just means it's different ranges and it's different things to understand, you know? Over 20, 25 years, 30 maybe even years, I probably had an excess of what, 30% plus body fat on me, more than I needed, you know what I'm saying? Most of my life, almost my whole life. There's people that say it caused, you gain that weight over 20 years, don't expect to lose it in one or two or three or four or five. There's truth to it, but it doesn't mean you can't try. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with trying. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with failing. I talk about failure a lot on my channel because I want to normalize failure, you know. I want people to normalize failure, and I want people to understand that sometimes it's okay to fail. Failure is the greatest teacher. It's a very hard teacher. And some people that fail do not get back up. That's the reality. But most of us that fail, we get up. When you fall down, you get up. It's a natural instinct. It's a natural thing because you want to keep going. That's a survival instinct. I fell down many times on this journey. I have fallen down many times on this journey. I will fall down more times on this journey. But I'll never quit. You know why? Because I already understand failure. I've always understood failure. I've seen failure in my life and I've accepted failure, and I've never been scared of it. I've never looked at it as a bad thing. I've seen people where they say their greatest fear is failure. I won't say that failure is a success. I won't say that. Obviously it's not. But I don't fear failure. It doesn't mean I like failure, but I don't fear failure. Normalize failure. Understand that you may fail, you might fall, you may fail. It happens. It happens to everyone. It's not good or it's not bad. It just is a fact of life. People fail, people fall. It might make your skin creep up, give you goosebumps or make you feel some type of way. It might itch you. But I fell a lot. I succeed too though, but I fell a lot. I fell a lot. There's never been a time, well, I won't say there's never been a time. There's been plenty of time. But most of the time when I fail, I do not like it. I do not like the feeling. But honestly, sometimes when I fail, I smile and I say, I knew that was going to happen. Okay, now I know for sure, yes. Like even me experimenting with ice cream before I started fasting, I kind of knew I would fail, but I kind of wanted to see how long or how many days of me eating ice cream does it take before my tongue accepts it and wants it. It begins to crave it. And I kind of know now. I know that limit. And I know the type of flavor, the amount of sugar, literally the amount of grams. Like I know it all now. I won't say I have it to perfection, but I kind of know it. I know if I go get like Halo Top ice cream, right? I haven't tried it, by the way. But it's less sugar, it's less this, it's less that. I know I'm less likely to get addicted. If I go get vanilla ice cream, less likely to get addicted. But at the same time, it's like, that's not even what I want at all. So I wouldn't even get it in the first place. I've never used ice cream to cool down. I don't say, oh, I'm hot, let me get ice cream. I get ice cream because it tastes good, right? It's a snack. I never ate ice cream and said, oh, dinner was great. All I ate was ice cream. That's a good dinner. It's not food to me. It's almost like drinking juice. So like drinking soda. So, you know, normalize failure, accept failure. Life is full of failure. Life is also full of success. They're equal. There's no such thing as good or bad. It just is what it is. We will fail. We will succeed. You learn the most lessons from your failures, not your successes. You'll hear that a lot. It's the truth. I don't know any lesson that I really learned from, well, there's definitely lessons to be learned from succeeding, but most of my lessons I've learned has been from failure. It's the greatest teacher in life. If me failing on this weight loss journey brings me to the ultimate goal of maintaining my weight, I don't mind. But you can't know yet. Like, you can't know if my failures are gonna lead to my downfall or my overall success. You can't know that. Even me, I can't know that. Only time will tell. And that's the moral of the story. Don't count me out. Count me in and understand that even though it looks like I'm failing, I'm not. Overall, I'm not. Right now, sure. Overall, I'm not. I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm enjoying the journey. And I'm going to be okay.